Hi, friends. In our time together today, we're going to talk about our hands. Um, Stretches, things to do basically that will help avoid pain and enable us to stretch a little better to get some of those lower holes covered well. A number of you have asked us to talk together about things we could do for stretches, for exercise, how to eliminate pain, all those things. And as I said in the previous video, that I'll put a card and a link at the end, have a couple of good friends who have their doctorate in physical therapy. One of them is a hand specialist, and the other is some highfalutin physical therapy guy. And I got very consistent answers from both of them. And I've also chatted with my own GP about this because, as I said, I've got some arthritis in that joint in my thumb. And some of you have told me, I've got arthritis, or how do I get to where I could stretch, or I've sustained an injury and I'm recovering. Just so many different things. Thank you all for sharing your personal stories with me, because that kind of information helps so that we can have a more informed conversation. So please, please, please stay with me through today's conversation, because it's going to be important for our ability to continue playing our low D whistles into the future. Now, of course, even if you buy a low D whistle from Carbony with close hole spacing, or there's another whistle coming out with close hole spacing and a really excellent solution for it, or if you get like Nick Metcalf's whistles where the third and sixth holes are slightly to the side to make for more comfort. Even if you do one of those things, what we're talking about today is still so very important. So I've consolidated the advice from my friends and my doctors. So here they are. If you have an injury or some medical condition that's really hurting your hands, then please speak with your personal physician and see what they have to say, see what they recommend. My doctor personally recommended, because I've got that bit of arthritis, he said, we don't want to operate. I want you to keep using your hands, stretch more, use a little bit of heat on that joint now and then. Ice less than heat, but do that. So just keep using your hands, but don't overuse it and don't stress that joint. So if you have, like, you're recovering from surgery, you've got an injury or arthritis or something like that, please talk to your doctor. And maybe they will even refer you to a physical therapist for help. Second, now we're getting into things all of us can do. Massage your hands. Just notice here, I'm just giving that. I'm not pressing too hard. It's firm. It's gentle. It's pushing a little. It's moving. I'm massaging every finger, the base of the finger. This helps get blood flow going. Do this to your hand. Do this down in the palm of your hand. Just get some good. You can even grab a finger and pull it gently. Don't pull it. Don't hurt yourself. But massage your hands to get blood flow going. And then you've got the carpal. A lot of people need surgery here, and so you could even massage down in there. And so anyway, talk to your doctor if need be. Massage. Do this regularly. Don't I'm hurting. A lot of this stuff is preventive, not just reactionary. It's not just I'm hurting, I need to do something. It's I can help prevent myself from being hurt. So massage is good. I'd even say you're about to pick up your whistle and start playing. Massage those muscles, limber them up, get them moving, get some some motion going on. That leads me directly into the third recommendation. And the third recommendation is stretch and use motion exercises. I have wounded enough muscles in my life through, as an older adult, playing with college kids or riding my bicycle or hiking, pulled muscles, strained muscles, and I had to go to physical therapy a few times. I know that they have told me, basically, yes, if you had been stretching more regularly, even while developing these muscles, if you'd been stretching more, this wouldn't be such a problem. And we could have avoided the harm in the first place. So I've heard that message. There are stretches I do every day of my life. And I need to start adding back in some stretches for my hands. You know, I'm old enough that I remember I got my first personal computer in 1983. How's that for crazy? I remember when computers started coming into the office in which I worked back in the early-ish 90s, and it wasn't long after that. A few years later, we started to see the rise and increase of repetitive motion injuries, either from clicking the mouse all day or from typing or from bad posture. And I was at that point the training lead of the manufacturing facility where I worked, and corporate started sending us ergonomic specialists to teach us how to sit, where to sit at our desk, how to type at the keyboard, what to do with our shoulders. And we were supposed to exercise, stretch every day before starting work, and then stretch before lunch and stretch after lunch. It reduced injuries. Very interesting. Before giving a few stretching exercises, I'd like to quote my good friend Ben, who's one of those geeky physical therapy doctors, and his hallmark comment to me about the hands was motion is lotion. Motion is lotion. You see, when you get up in the morning, you're a little creaky, a little achy, so you start stretching, you move yourself around, you get the joints going, you get up, you move, and you feel better. He said that's what it is. Motion is lotion. So it's important for us to limber up our muscles, our joints before we plan to use them. And stretching is a motion exercise. The goal is maintaining or increasing, if possible, the range of motion we have. So stretching and motion exercises, my little wave motion, should be fluid, should be flowing. So you do an exercise, you move slowly into the motion, and you hold it for 3, 4, 5 seconds at the most. You slowly come out of it. Don't jerk. Don't bounce your stretches. Don't ever force a stretch. And if it hurts, stop it. You've gone too far in your stretch. Stretch to where you could feel it. Stretch to where it helps. What you're doing is you're moving your body within its current range of motion, trying to bring it to the point where you could extend its range of motion, and you're keeping those joints lubricated and warmed up. So here are a few stretching exercises I learned. You could get more from your doctor. You could search online. I've searched online, and I have done internet research for a lot of things. My first rule of thumb is never believe the first thing you read until you've had it attested by other reliable sources, and don't believe things you receive from unreliable sources. So anyway, first, just move your wrists and hands around. Get them in that full range of motion. You could even do this at the same time you're massaging your hands. Just get them going. There's a lot of motions you need to make. Make them. Do that for a few minutes and do it gently. That's probably about as fast as you should go. So move them around. Move your fingers around. It's important. Don't let your fingers rot with not moving them or using them. This is a good thing to do while you're sitting watching TV. If you do this before you play and after you play. Another one. Take your thumb and see this, and this is important for me with the arthritis here. Take your thumb, just relax your hand, take your thumb and move it over. See, I'm just getting that range of motion. That's working those little muscles down in there. Just get that going. Using the muscles slightly different. Do that with each hand. And since I have a little arthritis and I'm able to do that, as you could see, that means I do this. I'm protecting my hands. And I'm using this video to help you protect yours, and because you asked me to research this. I'm sorry it's taken me so long, but this is a lot to look into. So, then I need a flat surface. I'll find one. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm right back. So this isn't, yes, an old book. I've had this for a long time. So place your hand gently on a flat surface, relaxed, and then pick every finger up. Pick it up. Keep the other fingers down. Keep your hand relaxed. Move slowly and do that so that each finger's off the table or the book for 3 to 5 seconds. You're helping create freedom of motion for each finger. So do that. Do that with both hands. Do it so that you're moving each finger at least a couple of times. This is important. Secondly, here's another one. Take your hands, put your palms together, your elbows together, and then gently bring your elbows down. I do this lower so that you're supposed to kind of do it like this so that you get down here. And then when you get down here, then you can do a couple of things. One, this is beneficial in and of itself. This opens up some of the joints. You can then gently, be gentle with this one. You don't ever want to overstretch. Just move your fingers back and forth. I open my fingers up and I gently move inward. Notice I did not say push. So do some of those things. See how I'm flexing my fingers out doing that? That helps increase some range of motion. Don't push so hard that it hurts. Don't jerk. Don't bounce. These are just gentle exercises. There are a lot more exercises, but that's a few of them. And then one other thing I should say too. I said there are a lot more, and that's it. But I'm not right. So one of the things with playing the low whistle is you've got to bridge that 5th to 6th hole. So start working on, just let your fingers, each finger, do the fingers apart. Do that. Don't overstretch. And if you feel like that's weak, one of my friends told me, take a small rubber band, put it in your fingers, and do that. It's small motion, small resistance. You're after repetition rather than resistance. And so I don't even think he'd want me doing it that strong. I just didn't have a weak, small rubber band. So it's not resistance, it's repetition. So just very, very gently. Anyway, that will help as well. I want to think about that stretching a little bit more for just a minute before I give you the 4th and 5th things to do to help your hands and wrists. Watch an athlete. You don't pay attention all the time to what they're doing before a match. They're warming up. They're stretching. They're getting the blood flowing. They're getting their muscles going. And you know what they do after a match? They warm down. They go and they stretch some more. Maybe they've somebody who throws a lot, maybe they're putting some ice on their shoulder and maybe somebody's massaging it. You can massage your own hands and shoulders. So pay attention to these athletes. Notice what musicians do, professional musicians. They're warming their fingers up. You'll see them doing this. All of those little things. So important. So talk to your doctor if necessary. Massage your hands. Go through some stretches. Fourth, if you've got some pain, yes, ice is okay. I actually have these little cold packs that you could stick in the freezer and stick in the microwave. I have those for a few of the injuries I've done to myself over the years in playing. And you can, not hot, but take that and make it warm, because joints like warmth. Muscles like the cool to relax, joints like warmth. And so just a gentle warmth. Don't overheat it. Don't make it too hot. Leave that on there for 10-15 minutes. Take it off. Give your fingers and your joints a little massage. Finally, if you experience pain or prolonged discomfort from playing, you may need to rest. You may need to see your doctor. We talked in the previous video about how, like, a lot of people find that one whistle has a tendency more than another to drop out of their hands. I bet you have more than one whistle. If you have a whistle that's more stable in your hands and you're aching in your hands a little bit, play the other whistle for a while. Our goal in all of this, massage, stretching, warmth, using a different whistle, or even taking a rest if need be, is to maintain, hopefully develop good hand health. This will bring great benefits for all of us for years to come, even if we never pick up our whistle again. But we will all pick up our whistle again, and we want to continue picking our whistles up. So my friends, please do all these things. If you have favorite exercises, favorite stretches that you want us to share, because there are so many, please, please, please add them in the comments to this video. Until next time, this is Scott Shade. Happy low D whistling, my friends, and get those hands warmed up.